Welcome back to the channel. So what are we doing today? We are reviewing and comparing Toad in the Hole. Now on the right we've got, although it might be your left, but on my right we've got the Hearty food company Toad in the Hole from Tesco, 85 pence versus its Iceland counterpart on the left, £1. Now I think I speak for everybody when I say we all love Toad in the Hole. Right now I'm wanting to get these out of the boxes, cook them, get some mashed potatoes, some gravy, some vegetables, and really enjoy this meal. However, because it's a food review and a comparison, we've got to keep it as fair and consistent as possible. So what we're going to be doing in today's video, we'll get them out of the packets, we'll take a look at them, we'll compare them before we cook them, then we'll cook them, we'll then have a look at the products themselves, maybe the sausages and the Yorkshire pudding, and then we'll get into our taste test. And more importantly, we won't be adding any other products or ingredients to these meals. We'll keep it as fair and consistent as possible. And please do let me know in the comment section down below, what's your fondest memories of Toad in the Hole? Maybe you made a home cooked one, maybe your parents did, or maybe you would purchase them as ready meals exactly like this. Let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, if you enjoy videos like this, then consider subscribing to the channel and leave me a comment in the comment section down below and tell me, what food should I review next? And straight into it we go then. So the Tesco Hearty food company Toad in the Hole, 85 pence versus the Iceland Toad in the Hole, £1. And of course, as ever, we'll take a look at the nutrition. So the top one here is the Tesco, the bottom one is the Iceland. So we'll go per 100 grams. So fat, 6.8 in the Tesco, 9.1 in the Iceland. Salt, 0.70 grams in the Tesco, 0.5 grams in the Iceland. So more salt in the Tesco one. And protein, 12 grams in the Iceland one and 10.4 grams in the Tesco. The Hearty food company one, the ingredients then, pork sausage, 29%. That's the standout. And of course the allergens, wheat, metabisulfite, egg, milk and flour. And of course, as ever, we'll check the ingredients for the Iceland one. So pork sausage, 37% and pork, 58%. So the other one just had pork sausage and less of it, but the Iceland one has both pork sausage and pork. So it would appear more pork and more sausage in the Iceland one. Again, allergens as ever, wheat, sulfite, egg and milk. And as ever, we'll look at the cooking instructions. So the Iceland one here, 35 to 40 minutes in the oven, so from frozen. And the Tesco one, the Hearty food company, 40 minutes to 45 minutes again in the oven. So the Tesco one taking a little longer to cook than the Iceland. And straight out of the boxes we go. And all I can say at this point is it's a good job I've split them with the boxes, because look, they're both in metal containers with plastic cellophane around them. They look the exact same product, but they're not. One's Hearty food company Tesco and the other is Iceland. One is 85 pence and one is £1. But look how similar they look right now. I'm actually absolutely amazed at how similar these are right now. Are they the same product? I mean, clearly not, but you can't split them. And again, they come in these metal tin trays. You've got your Yorkshire pudding, your sausages, your Yorkshire pudding and your sausages. So one last time we'll take a look before we get them into the oven and cook them. So this is the Hearty food company. This is the Iceland. And so here we go, the Hearty food company, Toad in the Hole. Remember the price, 85 pence. This is what we get after just 40 minutes in the oven. There's your Toad in the Hole. Now, this is the Iceland one. Toad in the Hole, £1. The exact same. Again, I am flabbergasted. That's a big word for me. But I'm flabbergasted that these are not the same product. They're almost identical. I've got to get an overhead shot of the Toad and the Owls. Remember the top one here, Tesco Hearty Food Company. The bottom one, Iceland, £1 versus 85 pence. Now, if I'm looking at it as close as possible, I could probably say that the sausages from the Tesco one are a little different than the sausages for Iceland. But that's like looking for a needle in a haystack, because they're almost, again, identical. I'm willing to do anything possible to find a difference between these two. And so what I've done is I've removed a sausage so we can have a closer, in-depth look. So this is the Tesco sausage, and this is the Iceland sausage. Now there is a difference. The camera might not be picking this up, but I'm going to try and show you the difference. Here we go as we move them across to each other. There's a massive difference in the sausages. As you can see, the Tesco sausage is bigger, it's longer. The Iceland sausage, well, it's slimmer and it's shorter. Make of that what you will, but that's the only real difference I can see from both of these products. Let's get straight into a taste test then. What an absolute setup we've created here for Toad in the Owl. The Hearty Food Company Tesco 85 pence and the Iceland £1 on the left, or your right as you're watching this. And so let's get straight into the taste test then. We've got the sausages, the Hearty Food Company, the Tesco. As we looked at in the video, there are bigger sausages than the Iceland one. However, bigger is not always better. I've heard that somewhere before. Let's have a taste of this then. Now for that one, very chewy, very fatty in taste, and a strong seasoning taste, a lot of pepper I would say on that. And it was quite difficult to chew, so a lot of gravy is going to be needed with this. Now let's try the Iceland one. So again, the smaller sausage from the Iceland. Let's get straight into the taste test. So straight away, I like the taste of that one more. Less fatty than the Tesco one, and less of a peppery taste, I would say. A lot more softer and a lot less chewy than the Tesco. And next up, we've got the Yorkshire pudding of the Tesco, which makes up the whole of the Toad and the Owl. So the Toad has got to be the sausage, and the Yorkshire pudding's got to be the whole. However, how will the Owl of the Hearty Food Company from Tesco taste? Let's get straight into it. Okay, actually, quite buttery, not very chewy, very fluffy and flavoursome. I really like that. And now let's try the counterpart, Iceland. Let's get straight into that. Okay, so for that one, quite the opposite again. Quite chewy, not very fluffy, and it didn't really taste of much. In my overall opinion, I think what these meals are missing are gravy. And so I'm going to give my overall thoughts on these products. Now, on first sight, they look the exact same. However, when it comes to taste, there's one that's better than the other. Now, what I would actually love to do is to take the sausages from the Iceland one and swap them with the Tesco and then keep that product, because the Yorkshire pudding on that's fantastic. The sausages are not very good, but the sausages on this one are fantastic, and the Yorkshire pudding is not very good. So they look the exact same, and taste-wise, one is better than the other. Well, then you've got to look at value for money. The Tesco one is 85 pence, this one is £1. It's a very small saving, but in my opinion, the winner for today is Tesco. Hearty Food Company, 85 pence. And so Hearty Food Company are my winners today. Let me know in the comment section down below, which is your favourite toad in the hole? Is it one of these or is it a different one? If it is a different one, let me know and I can try it out and review it on this channel. And so if you enjoy videos like this, consider subscribing to the channel and leave me a comment in the comment section down below and tell me which food should I review next.